We have 7 gardens in this area. We have 76,000 square feet that we're actually planting, and we're estimating between 3,000 and 5,000 pounds of food. This is Summer Street location. It's actually an abandoned lot that was donated, and we said, okay, we're just gonna plant it and share it. Volunteers get the majority of it. If you come into work, you get veggies.
We are going to destroy the weeds.
I mean, it costs them an hour to a week to get a large bag of vegetables. You just gotta be gentle with the roots.
On top of the Javits Convention Center, a behemoth of a building with a 6-block footprint. But the roof hasn't always been green. Before 2014, it was totally barren. Now, just a few years later, when people walk out onto the roof, they say things like,
there's so many benefits. So green roofs reduce air pollution significantly. They reduce combined sewage overflow, which is what happens when it rains, every single time it rains in New York City. It also creates natural habitat for migratory birds, overwintering birds, pollinators, vital habitat that these insects and birds require to survive. Creates open, beautiful space for people to admire and interact with. It reduces energy consumption for the building.
The impressions I get from driving into the Altamont, say coming up Highway 580, it's kind of a mixture of awe and surreal. It just seems like these are strange structures placed here by some otherworldly creature. They just don't fit into our normal realm of perception. Maybe that's the trouble what birds have with it too, and bats. These turbines were installed in 2006. This wind farm came online in 2007. It is known as a repowered wind farm, which means they replace the old infrastructure. Wind energy production has been in existence since the late 1970s, so there's lots of old-style wind turbines. Pretty much every wind turbine that's been developed has been experimented with or used in the Altamont. They tend to range in size from about 60 kilowatts on upwards to roughly 700 kilowatts, 3/4 of a megawatt. Their sizes range anywhere from 30 feet tall to 150 to maybe 200 feet. And that's really the old generation style wind turbines. And again, they were not very efficient. They only operated at about 14 to 18% efficiency. So there's been a high premium placed on repowering wind farms. Not only is it more efficient in terms of electrical output and therefore economics, it's also a much better situation in terms of environmental impact, in terms of bird kills and raptor kills, because the thought being that on average you can take, say, 10 to 15 of the old style wind turbines and replace them with one mega turbine, one next generation turbine. So each one of these 1 megawatt turbines has effectively replaced about 12 of the old style 60 kilowatt turbines.
But I will share some interesting facts about those anyway. For example, did you know that the city mandates a minimum vegetation coverage rate of 35% for any and all communities and residential areas? So let me show you some of those areas, the ones that I have personally seen develop just in the last year or so. It is just amazing. It's never ending. It is always growing and expanding. This avenue right here, which is known as Dongguan Dadao or Dongguan Boulevard, is about 10 kilometers long. And as you can see in the video, the center divider and the service lanes on each side enjoy a very wide green belt. It's about 300 meters at its widest.